59 rating, and he's all the way down to 36 is this horse. So he's more than capable. You can see him finishing off on the inside. It's just his age catching up with him. That's what you sort of got to weigh up at this stage. But look, the stable's in form, and he is the current second favourite now at 4.7.
He sure is. And Alexi having a ride on the horse that he does know quite well. We move on to winning form around Charmander, who had trialled awfully leading into this race, but his last two race day starts have been a third last time in and a first up win. He's yet to do anything second up. Curry's an extra £7, but on the plus has Zach Purton and placed 2 from 3 course and distance.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to take it too short of a price about him because it did take him 20-odd starts to get that win. But he did win nicely enough. It's not an overly strong race. This is no stronger than the race that he did win. And it's whether he can go back-to-back. That's just the question you've got to ask yourself. And he's currently 1.9 at the moment.
He was at 3.3 when he won last time. Did start favourite, not quite as short as he is now. We've got Casa Legend running 6th. Happy Hunk goes forward but doesn't show too much stamina. Casa Legend on the plus side has won course and distance. It was a rain-affected track.
Yeah, and he did when he did win that race, and that was sort of at the back end of last season here over the 1,600 metres. That's the distance of today's race as well. So he is a course and distance winner. And you can see him finishing off strongly here. So he's had this one run. This was, again, there was a bit of rain about, and we've seen him sort of perform the best, sort of on a rain-affected track. He's been second on a yielding track and past as well as winning on a soft track.
That's some replays. We move on to the speed map. Happy Hunk leads go. Hero favourite, possibly without cover on the outside line.
Yeah, I think look, those other horses get back. So there's not going to be too much pace in this race. Happy Hunk should be able to get it easy enough in front. With Go Hero not far away, and then those other horses just in behind. Nice Birdie, we'll see what they do with him, because one thing about him, he has got the apprentice claim, so there might be some intention there to be a little bit more forward.
The further they go, the better he will look. Nice Birdie's wins have been 1650 and 2200 metres. Happy Hunk has spent some time up at Chungfa since his last start. A 1.9 favourite, Jenny, for a very, very open Class 5.
Look, it really is, isn't it? There's a few tough races throughout the afternoon. This is a Class 5 that's over the 1,600. 1.9 about Charmander. Gosh, I never thought I'd see that.
No. Did you expect him to be favourite, Paul, but nothing like this?
Yeah, I thought he'd be favourite, but I thought he'd be about 3. I didn't expect him to be 1.9. So a very, very short price favourite is Charmander for one win from 24 starts, and that win just happened to be his last start as well.
Was he usually parade like, Jenny, Charmander?
Yeah, look, he can get himself a little bit warm. He's a very quiet horse. He normally looks, he doesn't tend to carry, a huge amount of weight, although I thought he was carrying a little bit of it last time when he was able to win. Obviously, he's in the new stable with David Hall, and he's got him going well. He's only had him for a couple of runs, and he's definitely run well.
Is there anything at odds at this stage, Paul, that made your top 4 for race number 2?
Just on a very minor placing, and for 4th actually, is Merchant Prince. I didn't mind his last start over the 14. I thought stepping up to 16 he might be a little bit of an improver. He's at 11 starts, hasn't banked a check, but there seemed to be a little bit of improvement. And what I don't think it's an overly strong race. So I just put him on a very minor line. And what's he paying? He's at 20 and 4.9. So he is one of the roughies.
Here's another ride for Ben Thompson. Invincible Missile. Jenny, 74 starts. He's been good enough to win 6 of them and 14 placings next to his name.
Well, after telling everyone that he was going to be slow out last time, as he always and normally is, he actually jumped better. And he wasn't beaten all that far. He was only beaten a length in the end. So that's no guarantee that he'll jump better today either. But, I was a little surprised at how well he actually did jump. Capable horse, a winner of 6 races. He's 9-year-old, but if he gets sufficient speed, he should be finishing off well.
Go Hero, Paul. Neat Choice horses have started the season in good form. His trials have been good, but when the pressure goes on race day, he's had a few issues internally. Just seems to struggle when it comes to the afternoon racing.
Yeah, he does. Look, he's going to get every chance, though. Barrier 3. He should get a nice run just in behind the pace. So he'll get his opportunity once again, but he's hard to have in what he's done. As you say, he's sort of looked one-paced in quite a few of his races. So Go Hero. Boy, Kermadec as well. So I wonder if they might step him up in triplet later this season.
He's a 5-year-old. Have his 15th start is a Go Hero. As horses have made their way in, Jenny, we start with Casa Legend. Matthew Poon in good form. He rides this one for Michael Cheng.
Well, he might have some company out of the barriers as well, because he can be a bit tardy out. So that's an issue for him. He actually looks pretty well, though. He's about your average height. He's got some good strength in the chest and shoulder. He often carries a little bit of weight around the midsection, but I don't think he's carrying much at all here today. And fluent, and yeah, he's quite well for him. I think he's probably better on a rain-affected surface. He's not going to get that today, but the horse actually looks all right. I'll consider him.
It's the 8, which is Castle Legend, 6.5, 1.7. And as Jenny says, he has looked better on a wet track, has the 8, Castle Legend. So we'll see how he goes, because this is not a strong race, so he might be able to feature. Here's number 1, Game Player Warrior. He is the outsider of the field, and he's a horse who's been recently downgraded.
Weighing in at 1,024 pounds, so he's a bit of a lightly framed horse, but at least he's neatly enough put together for that amount of weight. He's fine-skinned but healthy, walks out cleanly, and because he's that type of weight, he doesn't carry any excess condition. So he's fit, fluent, well enough behaved, just a bit of a lightly framed horse, so lacks a bit of body strength. Place only for me.
First time in Class 5 for Game Player Warrior. He's had the 5 starts out of the Douglas White stable, last time on the all-weather. And his turf starts here at Sha Tin have been at 1,400 metres. Has raced over the 1,650 at Happy Valley and finished down the track behind I Can. Nice Birdie is number 2, £10 claim for Brittany Wong. He will run the 1,600, but may even be looking for a bit further.
Yeah, he's won twice at Happy Valley, so it remains to be seen whether or not he can do the job here. But he has only had the one go, so can't write him off. Very stocky, strong-bodied horse, this guy. He's got himself a little warm. He always carries a bit of weight around the midsection. Scales has put on 21 pounds going into this, and it probably shows a little bit with him as well. But he's fluent and he's well enough behaved and he's solid and strong, so I'll leave him on a place line.
You will get the benefit of a £10 claim, or number 2, Nice Birdie, which will bring us 135 down to 125. 10 and 2.7. Number 3, Invincible Missile. This is the one we talked about. More than capable, a 6-time winner here in Hong Kong, a 9-year-old now.
9-year-old, yeah. Look, he's hopefully going to jump like he did last time, but as I said, there's no guarantee of that. He's normally slow out. He's a little bit stiff walking behind these days as a 9-year-old. Very quiet, relaxed type of horse. He's not lacking for fitness. He looks really healthy as well, and behaviour is excellent. So he's just behind. He's a little stiff, but everything else is good.
That is Invincible Missile number 3. We're about to see the 4 Merchant Prince, and he'll draw barrier number 4 as Invincible Missile at 5.3 and 1.7. Been in the market his last 4 starts, and having his 75th go. He's had 44 starts here at Sha Tin. Here is the 4 Jenny Merchant Prince. Man on board him has had a good start to the afternoon. Ben Thompson.
Sure has. Yeah, look, this horse, he does require a bit of loosening up in front. He's not 100% smooth in that area, but he's a horse that is about your average height. He's got a fair bit of scope for the size of him, and he's healthy enough, just eager, just throws the head out a little bit here and there and just sweating up a tiny bit around the flank area. I think he looks okay. I could leave him possibly there as a place hope, but he needs to improve because he's been poor so far.
Yeah, look, I just put him in on the minor line, just in for 4th, Merchant Prince. We'll see if the step up and trip can help him. Here's the current favourite, Jenny, number 6, Charmander. He's got even shorter. He's 1.7 now.
Wow. Well, once again, he's just got himself a bit warm. He's a very solid, a strong enough bodied horse. He does appear to be walking out nice and freely, so that's a definite positive. Attitude is good with his 2 handlers there. Quite a thick sort of neck on him and strong chest and shoulder. He looks good. Weight-wise, well, he was 1,154 pounds last time, and he's 1,147, so he hasn't dropped much weight, but he's maintained that condition, that's for sure. So he's good.
Favourite punters will be happy to hear that with that very short price quote. Paul said 1.7 Charmander. Won a place. So at this stage, the second shortest priced favourite of the afternoon, with bottom up together still around 1.5. We need to see Go Hero and Happy Hunk to complete the parade for race number 2. Just a field of 8 to run as we head to the turf for the first time this afternoon. Go Hero, Jenny, is at 10 and 2.3. Angus Chung takes a small claim for me, Joy.
Yeah, another one that's quite lightly framed. He only weighs in at 1,025 pounds, but another one that's neatly enough put together. He is extremely fit looking, and he's nicely enough behaved. He's very alert. He does walk out cleanly. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go all right the way he presents. I think he looks good.
And he's a decent price if you do like Go Hero, currently at 10. 2.3 a place, about the 7. Angus Chunga board, and should get his opportunity as well. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 3 in the field of 8 here. There's number 7, Go Hero. Something like Kermadec is Go Hero. And there he is on screen there. Now, we have seen Castle Legend already, the 8. So we've just got one more to see, and that's probably the likely pacemaker in the race. He does like to go forward. Happy Hunk, and the blinkers will go back on him.
He's quiet. He's got some muscle tone in the shoulder. He's not totally smooth walking in front, though. A little bit of a flicking knee action for him. But his overall strength is good. Attitude's good. I think he looks fit enough. But he obviously is very limited at this stage. 14 starts for zilch. He's got a little bit of prize money, but that's it.
Check pieces off, blinkers back on. Happy Hunk this afternoon for the gear change. That is the paddock for race number 2. Top 4 from Jenny shortly. Firstly, the market with Paul.
Game player Warrior is at 31. Nice birdie there at 10. Invincible Missile 5.2. 22 Merchant Prince 1.8 now. Charmander 10 Go Hero. Castle Legend 6.5 and Happy Hunk. He's at 23.
There he is on screen. Happy Hunk about to make his way out. Does the favourite Jenny's dominating betting make it into the top 4?
Yeah, he scrapes in. There weren't too many to like here, I've got to say. It's a little difficult. I was actually, there's one that I was only going to put on a place line, but I've probably got to upgrade him after looking at them all. The 1 horse, the 7 horse, goes on top for me. I thought he paraded really well. That's Go Hero. So I'm going to put him in, even though he's a lightly framed horse, but he's quite neatly put together for that 1,025 pounds that he weighs, and he looks fit. He was just walking out nicely, so I'll put him in. I thought number 3, Invincible Missile, whilst being a little bit stiff walking behind, everything else about him is good too, so he should be running on as he normally does. The 1 horse getting the class drop here has been very disappointing, but I've probably got to put him in now after having a look at the rest of them. And I thought number 8, Castle Legend, probably had to go in as well. So, I wasn't taken by any of these really in order, 7, 3, 1 and 8.
7, 3, 1 and 8. Thank you, Jenny, for race number 2. Go Hero, Invincible Missile, Game Player Warrior and Castle Legend. Are you with this favourite, Tom, or are you going a bit of value in race 2?
No, I couldn't go near it with a barge pole. That sort of price mark. Charmander here. I know he won last time out, but look, how many... To start the season, how many favourites have we seen in the red in Class 5 over these opening few meetings? There's been a few of them. I can tell you now, they all haven't won, and so he goes up £7 here, and he was back and wide, and look, he closed well last time out, and really rallied when challenged by Perfect Peach, but I couldn't have him here at $1.80. In all honesty, Charmander. I've got him in for second. I actually like Nice Birdie here at 10 and 2.7. His best form has either been A on the all-weather or at Happy Valley. He's only having a second start on the turf for here. Thought he had a good enough run in transit last time out. He was under pressure on the turn, battled on. But he has gone okay second up in the past. So we'll see if he goes better here with a £10 to claim on his back from barrier number 1, dropping in grade. Nice Birdie, a 2-time winner at this level. So 2 to beat 6, Charmander. I've got him in, but I couldn't take him at $1.80 here in Class 5, even with the Pertinent Hall combining here. Invincible Missile gets his opportunity. Never won course and distance. His wins have here at Sharton been over the 1,200 metres. His 2 wins he's had in the past. Of course, he has won up to 1,650 at Happy Valley. He jumped better last time out. He had a nice enough run midfield on the fence and boxed on behind Ninja Derby. And in for 4th goes number 8, and that is Castle Legend. Not the quickest away last time out. He was back beyond midfield on the fence, and in the end was beaten 2 3/4 behind Go Go Go. He's got barrier 2 with Matthew Poon. Carries the same weight as last time out and back on top of the ground. Was a good yielding surface when he lined up last time out. But he has certainly handled it when there has been rain about, but that's not the case today for Castle Legend. 2, 6, 3 and 8, Paul. 1.7. You can deal me right out.
I've got that feeling you don't like the price there, Tom, of Charmander, but I have got him on top as well. Look, it's not a strong race, is it? So he has got his opportunity here. The 8 Castle Legend, prefer him with the sting out, but there was a strong win 3 starts ago. The 3 Invincible Missiles, more than capable, and a 6-time winner here in Hong Kong, just the age catching up with him. And then Merchant Prince will give him a chance up to 1,600. 6, 8, 3 and 4. You with Charmander, Mark?
He's in for second, Paul. Going number 3, Invincible Missile here. He gets his chance. It's not a big field, even though he's yet to win over 1,600 metres at Happy Valley. He has won 3 times 1,650 at the Valley, so yet to win over the 1,600 at Shard 10. 3 Invincible Missile on top. 6 Charmander goes in for second, but at 1.7 and 1.1 is extremely short, but he does have winning form next to his name. Nice Birdie, £10 claim, only 125 on his back from barrier number 1. An 8 Castle Legend, gate 2, winner course and distance. Would probably have preferred the rain to have been a lot heavier than that shower we had earlier today, but he does have a win next to his name at 3 starts ago too. 3, 6, 2 and 8. Jenny, you're at the 7 Go Hero.
Yeah, minefield though, as far as looks were concerned. No, there was nothing that really grabbed my attention here. So in order, I've gone with the 7 on top, Go Hero, who's quite a lightly framed horse, but does look fit. He was fluent enough in his walking action, so hopefully he can make good use of gate number 3. Then the 3 horse goes in, Invincible Missile. He was a bit stiff walking behind, but he does look fit and he's beautifully behaved. The 1, Game Player Warrior, has been disappointing in 5 starts, gets the class drop here. He's another very lightly framed horse, but he looks fit, so he makes it in, scrapes in, and the 8, I thought he was, well, I put him in, and Charmander probably should go in as well, but Castle Legend, he's probably next best. So in order, 7, 3, 1 and 8.
7, 3, 1 and 8 for Jenny for race number 2. How have you concocted a play around a 1.7 favourite in a 1,600 metre 8 horse class 5, Paul?
Yeah, well, he's in there, but pretty short. 1.8 now. We've got Invincible Missile in there. He's a 6-time winner. He deserves to go in. And Castle Legend, who did win, albeit on a slightly rain-affected track. So 3, 6 and 8 was the numbers we ended up with, but 1.8 Charmander. There is exotics forecast in particular going through the 4, Merchant Prince. He's a decent price. If you're looking for one at a price, he's at 23 and 5.1, and there is some exotics for him. There is some exotics through the toppy. Game Player Warrior at a big price as well, 30 and 5.9. So punters just looking at some of these ones at bigger odds with the favourite coming up very, very short.
He made your top 4, Jenny, Game Player Warrior, but with some of those green exotics around Merchant Prince, how did he look?
Look, he needed to loosen up in front. I've found faults with all of them. So, that's why I was struggling to put 4 together here. So he needs to loosen up. He's a horse that he's not overly big, but he's got plenty of scope for the size of him. And I could have given him a place hope.
Now, it's a Saturday afternoon, Paul. There'd be hens parties watching this coverage. Can you steer them into Happy Hunk at all?
No. I was wondering where you're going with it. No, look, well, he hasn't shown anything, but he's going to be in front. He's going to be in the right place, but you might want to swipe. Which way do you do it?
No, I don't have Tinder.
Yeah, so whichever way.
You knew what it was.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, a friend of a friend said what it was. Invincible Missile, Jenny, you're just about on first name basis with him.
Yep.
Has he changed much at his 74 starts?
Not really. He's always had a really good nature. The only thing that he's just become a little bit stiff walking behind. He used to be very clean in his walking action. So that's the only thing, and that's probably come with a bit of age.
He's won 6, Paul. The next best in the race is Nice Birdie, who's won 2. So credentials around Invincible Missile very good here.
Yeah, and look, since you've been talking, Happy Hunk just went green. So the hen parties have got on. Went into 18 as green on the win line. Now is number 9. Happy Hunk, but it's a bit of money for the likely leader in the race anyway.
And Castle Legend at 6.3 in the market as well. I think there are many we haven't talked about, with Jenny going 7, 3, 1 and 8. Recap on your selections, Paul.
6, 8, 3 and 4 I went in the end. So Charmander, but 1.8 Castle Legend, Invincible Missile, and through Merchant Prince at a price. But there's no support from him. He's out to 26, although there is going through the exotics a little bit. The 9's coming through sort of some support in the exotics, as you'd expect, after seeing him now into 18, Happy Hunk. And I think a lot of that's to do with the fact he'll probably be leading.
Up to you, Tom, with a very short price favourite for the Class 5.
Thank you, Mark. Charmander at 1.8. He's in the stalls. Barrier number 8 here for Charmander. So he's drawn the outside in the small field to here, with Harry's Hero, of course, coming out yesterday. Merchant Prince has gone in. He's 26 to 1. Go Hero coming up. And Happy Hunk, gee, they're steaming into Happy Hunk here. He's 10 to 1 now. And we're set for a start. 1,600 metres, the first time the distance used today. They're racing, and he reared up at the start slightly, Happy Hunk. He was back towards the tail with the usual offender, Invincible Missile, who's got no early pace. And the 1.9 favourite found himself up at the pointy end in the early stages, Charmander, with Go Hero, and nice birdie throw over on the inside for Brittany Wong. And in the early stages, in the straight line down the back straight, Charmander's going to find himself a little wide, but Purton looking to tuck in now. Followed by Casa Legend racing fourth, who's actually kicked up and kept the favourite out here. And Purton now just has to give the favourite a little squeeze. Next over on the inside came Nice Birdie, followed by Game Player Warrior, who's wider around Happy Hunk, who in the end came into 7.6. He's second to last, and Invincible Missile the last one. 25.18 the lead section, so absolutely no pace here. And the Class 5 1600, and the second section 23.46, the best part of a half a second outside standard. And the leader is Go Hero with his head on his chest. He shows the way. Charmander got to the one-off position. Game Player Warrior for Luke Ferrara stranded 3 wide. Nice Birdie over on the inside. Then came Casa Legend, followed by Happy Hunk, Merchant Prince, and the last one is Invincible Missile. 400 metres left to go. He's had a very good time of things in front here. Go Hero. Charmander the favourites there to pounce. Casa Legend half a length away. Invincible Missile rallying best of the rest down the outside. Charmander the favourites got a decent old fight here on his hands from Casa Legend, who's gone on by, and he looks the winner with less than 100 metres left to go. And Casa Legend prevails. It's Matthew Poon again. Casa Legend beats the 1.9 favourite. Charmander second. Go Hero third. Maybe Invincible Missile fourth from close-up Merchant Prince, and then came Nice Birdie. Happy Hunk, they steamed into him, but it was pretty cold in the home straight for him. And the last of them was Game Player Warrior. Casa Legend, Michael Chang, Matthew Poon off at 5.8 and 1.5. Has taken out race 2, has beaten the favourite who has run second, Charmander. And then we've got Go Hero third, and fourth across the 9-year-old Invincible Missile. No idea where any of that money came from for Happy Hunk. Naught from 14. He's now naught from 15 across all columns. 7.60 they piled into him, but the favourite's gone down here in race number 2. Casa Legend gets his second win at start number 28. A New Zealand bred son by Tavistock out of a Sepoy mare. 3, 6, 7 and 3 the numbers. 8, 6, 7 and 3. Start slightly Happy Hunk. He was back towards the tail with the usual...
Second, I think it's still okay, yeah. I guess with a horse like yours, he does look quite adaptable, doesn't he? And you know that he'll be seeing it out stronger than 1 or 2 others.
Yeah, but anyway, his first start. But we tried 2 times for him. He looks good to see the pace. Yeah.
That's Frankie talking Void Samurai. We've got a substantial quinella going on here, Paul.
Yeah, and that's Fortunate Son and Super Love Dragon, who comes out of the same race, the 7 and 12. So there's a quinella being affected by all lots. So that's 7 and 12. Quinella's only paying 17, where Super Love Dragon's paying 21. And the other one is the second favourite at 3.9.
The speed map has a Friend Tank and the favourite Void Samurai leading. Bit tough for second to none.
Yeah, look, both those two like to go forward. Friend Tank's got the claim as well. And he's normally a strong leader, so Void Samurai might have to tuck him behind, but he likes the lead as well, and he's drawn 11. So there should be good pace in this race. Sweet Encounter can either go forward or he can drop back, but from an inside draw, I think they'll be positive with him. Pray for me, and that'll make it a bit tough for second to none. Winning Dragon, Fortunate Son, Super Love Dragon, M Unicorn, Ching, Fortune Superstar, Volcanic Spark is a last start winner, but he's going to have to go back from a wide draw. Star Max got no early speed.
He's stepping up in trip, though, Star Max, so he will appreciate the extra distance of this race here. Let's go back to this race last time. We'll leave out Pray for Mur and Sweet Encounter and focus on those that ran home. Fortunate Son, very good. Super Love Dragon, very good. And Star Mac doing his best work late in this replay.
So this is the race I was talking about, the substantial quinellas going through the Fortunate Son. Now, Fortunate Son stuck to the rail. Super Love Dragon came wide, Star Mac came even wider. So those two had to cover some ground. You can see Fortunate Son just easing his way to the middle of the track, and he runs on really well for second. Zach Purton aboard. These other two that are wide, they finish off really strongly as well. Look, you can see the 14 there, which is Super Love Dragon, just, being beaten by Fortune Sun there by about half a length. Now, Fortune Sun's 3.8, Super Love Dragon 21. That's a massive discrepancy for me.
And the impressive winner of that race, Sunlight Power's in here on Tuesday. So, yeah, we've got a Group 3 race and some very, very nice up-and-coming horses running. Volcanic Sparks won a trial. This over 1,600 metres. He doesn't win out of turn, but he does have a one next to his name over the 1,800 last time.
He's by road, so I think further the better for him. Look, he is a last start winner over the 1,800. I think he's better over longer trips now. 18, 2,000, we'll probably see. Now, he was pushed out in this trial, but he was asked to win it, and he did. So you can see him coming through the inside and winning the trial. Look, I'm going to prefer him over longer. And I think this is a tough little race he's found too.
And M Unicorn, this is at Happy Valley. At this stage, his best form has been at Happy Valley and also on the all-weather. Harry Bentley, the new rider, Casper Founds trains. He's had 2 trials. This was a third behind Flying Road over the 1,700 at the Valley.
So he's a 5-time winner here in Hong Kong. 4 at Happy Valley from 11 starts, 1 on the all-weather from 2 starts. He's had 6 goes here at Sha Tin and just been placed once. So I prefer him at those other 2 tracks.
We'll wait till he goes elsewhere, M Unicorn. So that is some of the lead-up races. One more to have a look at, Second to None. Runs home well for second this trial. It's just where he's going to end up in the run as we saw on your speed map.
Yeah, wide draw, a lot of pace underneath him, drawn 13, and that reflects in his price, I think, at 28.
He's 28 and 6.4, and got Vincent Ho and Francis Lloyd combining from barrier 13. Trumpet Moore won that trial. His win was 1,400 metres and also 1,200 metres. He runs over 1,600 metres in 17 minutes' time. So that is race number 9, and we're going to start, Jenny, with one of your favourites, Ching.
Yeah, he's a beautiful horse, Ching. He's just got such a lovely, placid nature. He's a lovely, big, strong type as well. Walking out nice and freely, coat's good. Always carries a little bit of weight around the midsection, but he's just very solid and strong all over. So he parades well. I could never discount him in the looks department, that's for sure.
That's Ching, and he's in the market, 5.8, 1.9. There was all-ups going through him as well, so he might drift out Ching. But it was a really nice run from him 2 starts ago when he fought off all challenges over this course and distance. Didn't go too badly over the 1,400 metres last start as well. Winning Dragons in his horse I prefer at Happy Valley. That's where his best form has been.
It has, yeah. Look, he's had the 9 goes here and unplaced, so he needs to improve those stats. But another one that's just so calm and collected here in the parade. Tongue tie on him, he's walking out freely. He's a very fit horse. He's always been a bit on the plain side, but great-natured, fit and healthy. So he's looking as good as he can.
He won a trial to prepare for this. He was pushed out from the 300, but he stayed on to beat Gracious Express by a short head. Came from well back in the field too to win that trial, and it's Sangus Chung and Tony Cruz. He goes to 1,600 metres for his first up run. He was racing over the 2,000 when we last saw him. His wins have all been at Happy Valley, 4 of them over the 1,650. On to number 3, Sweet Encounter, Antoine Hamlin and John Size. Second up, he's won second up in the past and drawn 1.
That was a shocker first up, though, so I'm not sure if he can improve off that particular effort. He's bandaged in front. He just needs a little loosen up in front as well, and I noted that with him last time. Lovely natured horse, though, very quiet and relaxed. For me, place only.
And he's at 27 and 7.1, so decent each way. Price about the 3, which is Sweet Encounter. There he is on screen there as well. And it's all nicely, barrier 1, so be interesting to see what tactics they do go with him, because he can go forward and he has been going back in the past as well. So from barrier 1, you'd expect them to be positive, because he does run well from the front as well. That's number 3, Sweet Encounter, and Antoine Hamlin aboard for John Size. Fran Tank, Jenny, this is your long shot, £10 claim as well with Brittany Wong aboard.
Yeah, that was what was sort of making it attractive, and knowing that he can go forward in his races. Now, there's a horse behind him that's sort of close up, and it's just making him a little sour. Just doesn't like the sound of it behind him, but he's actually a very quiet, relaxed type of horse. He's fit, he walks out beautifully, really healthy looking, but those ears, he's just sort of detecting a little bit of noise behind him, but he's still relaxed.
And is a friend Tech, £122 with that claim for Brittany, 1,600 metres. He's a 2-time winner and a placing when it comes to course and distance, so he does race well over the trip of this afternoon's event, which is 14 minutes away. That horse behind him, Jenny, that was making those ears go back, is M Unicorn the 5.
Yeah, look, you can see why. I mean, he's sort of rattling around with the bridle there, so it's just making a bit of noise and very much on his toes. He is a very athletic-looking horse. He looks extremely fit going into this, so that might hold him in good stead. You've got Harry Bentley jumping on board. I couldn't deny him some sort of claims here because of his fitness level, so I will consider him.
Stable going well, currently at 22 and 4.9 about the 5, which is M Unicorn. He's the horse on the screen there now. 5-time winner from his 19 starts here in Hong Kong for at Happy Valley, 1 on the all-weather, has been placed here at Sha Tin from his 6 starts. Here's M Unicorn. Next one we're going to look at is the 6, which is the current favourite, Void Samurai. Looked really good last start, Jenny. Did win at the back end of last season.
And looks really good here today as well. Beautiful horse, really nicely put together, sensible, walks out freely, looks in good health and condition, nice and fit. I can't find anything wrong with him. He looks really well. Unfortunately, he's drawn gate 11, but if he can slot in, he won't disgrace by any means. He looks good.
Favourite punters will like to hear that at 3.4 and 1.7. He does have an extra 8 pounds on his back for the win at the back end of last campaign. He's carried 134 pounds in Class 4 to win, so 130 on his back in Class 3 shortly for Void Samurai. The 7, Fortunate Son, his first up run was excellent too, and he steps from the 14 to the 16.
Another really nice horse, Fortunate Son, being heavily restrained by his 2 handlers, but he looks really fit and healthy. He's very well put together horse too. I've got to leave him there with a solid chance too. There's a number of these looking good. He's definitely one of them.
Yeah, good run from him last time as well. Fortunate Son, when he was a runner-up, he's right in the market here. Second favourite currently at 3.8, 2.1. Star Mac comes into that same race. He hit the line strongly at his last start.
Yes, Starmac, he's a strong body type. You can see that for yourself on screen. He's got a beautiful, healthy shine to his coat. Big hindquarters, big chest on him, well behaved here in the parade, quite keen and eager with his handler there. But he looks in pretty good nick, actually. He looks really quite fit going into this second up. Gate speed's an issue with him. Hopefully he can jump on terms, but stable's going well and the horse looks good.
And he's good money too. 15 and 3.8 is a Star Mac through the 4-year-old series last season. Ran a cracker of a race in one of the lead-up races to the Derby, did Star Mac, and that is him parading ahead of race number 9. And his record over 1,600 metres is 5 starts for 3 placings. And his second up record is 1 start for 1 placing. As we get a good look at him parading a stablemate of Ruby Lot, who was impressive, winning earlier this afternoon. Fortune Superstars trials haven't been too bad. He's first up this afternoon, having just his second start here in Hong Kong.
Another one that's not a hopeless type by any means, walks out nice and freely, just having a bit of an inquisitive look around the parade here, and doesn't look unfit either. So he's another one with some sort of chance in the race. And as I said, a number of these are looking well. He is yet another one of those.
Yeah, it was a good debut run from him, for sure, Fortune Superstar. And he's in the market at 13s currently. Brenton Avdulla, Mark Newnham, who's had a really good start to the season. Mark Newnham and barrier number 9 for the 9, Fortune Superstar. And, of course, Brenton winning the feature earlier in the card. Here's the 10, second to none. Did he just a little bit of an awkward draw to overcome of 13?
Yeah, he's a little bit on his toes, this horse. He's a bit plainer than a few of the others, and he's carrying a touch of weight around the midsection. So he is probably one that I won't be putting into the top 4.
We will leave him where he is, second to none for this afternoon's event anyway. Wide draw, big odds, and needing some luck. It's 2-time winner over the 12, the 1,400 metres. Just the 1 start at 1,600. He ran at 7th behind Ching. Didn't get too much room in the straight. He's actually been favourite in his last 2 starts as second to none. He's nowhere near favourite this afternoon. Pray for Mer, number 11, 28 and 5. Matthew Chadwick, the rider. Cheek pieces go on for the first time.
Oh, I like this horse's relaxed sort of attitude, and he's a really good walking horse too. He's just having a good look at everyone and everything that's going on, and just not fussed by anything. It looks like he's done plenty of work, looks really fit, so he parades well too.
He's a big price if you'd like to pray for Mer. He's at 28 and 5.5, currently the 11. there he is. And as Jenny says, it's a good race, this one, and it would be a good betting race as well. Plenty of chances with a 3.4 favourite currently, which is Voyage Samurai, just from Fortunate Son at 3.8. Super Love Dragon, I like this horse, Jenny. I know he was declared Aurora before he raced, but he's had the surgery for that, and no one hit the line strongly at his last start.
He did, yeah. Look, he's a really tall horse. He's got plenty of scope. He's a little bit on edge, but he's not sweating up, and he's got a bit of athleticism about him as well. Would like to see him just settle down a little bit, but he looks fit enough, and he's so tall and scopy. Place hope for me.
He hasn't moved from that price of 21 and 5.4 for ages. Super Love Dragon. We'll see if that changes in the lead up to post time. And number 13, Volcanic Spark at 19 and 3. Last start winner, trial winner, Andrea Razzani and Ricky Yu.
A little bit toey. He has been through most of this parade, and now he's just starting to get a bit more around the flank area there. He's a fit horse. He's not carrying much excess condition, so fit and quite neatly put together as well. I didn't mind his trial, I've got to say, and on looks, I've got to leave him there with the place chance.
3.3 a place for Volcanic Spark. So that is the field for race number 9. It's a good race here. We'll head back down to Jenny shortly. Paul is going to have a look at the market firstly, though, for the 9th.
Yep, thanks very much, Mark. With a 17 on Winning Dragon, 6.4 Ching, 22 Sweet Encounter, Frantang, M Unicorn, all at 22. 3.3 Voyage Samurai, 3.7 Fortunate Son, Starmac 15, 13 Fortune Superstar, 27 Second to None, Pray for Mur at 28, 22 Super Love Dragon, and Volcanic Spark is a 19 chance.
Thank you, Paul. There's Winning Dragon and Ching on screen, headed to the gates. Jenny, this doesn't sound like it's going to be an easy task to narrow it down to 4.
No, it's not. And I have to leave my roughie out as well of the top 4 here. Some really nice horses here with a little bit of a future as well. On top for me, number 6, that is Voyage Samurai. I thought he paraded really well. He's now come into favourite at 3.4. He looks really well. From gate number 11, he's going to need some luck, but his overall record is good with 3 wins and a couple of seconds to his name. So he's done pretty much everything right so far. The 11 goes in Pray for Mur. Now, he might be a bit of value. He's such a cool character. He's just walking out nice and freely. He looks particularly fit going into this. The 7 horse Fortunate Son, a ride for Zach Purton here from gate number 3. His 2 runs have been good. This is second up this campaign for him, and I would expect a good run from him. He was nice and eager. And I thought the 8 Starmac actually presented really quite well. He can be slow out, so he'll require speed on, but he should be running on strongly towards the end. Look, my long shot, as I said, is Frantang. I just thought with the claim here for Brittany Wong, he would be able to just bowl along in front. And if he's well rated, he might just be there at the end. But on looks, I've still got a few others in front of him. So 6, 11, 7 and 8.
6, 11, 7 and 8. Voyage Samurai to win. Pray for Mur to spice up the exotics with some gold and frankincense. Fortunate Son and Starmac, 6, 11, 7 and 8. Good race, Tom. What's your selection?
Voyage Samurai here, Mark, comes into this with a nice trial under his belt. Form out of that race that he won at the back end of last season when he last lined up in May. Well, Stunning Peach, they've got a high opinion of him. Helene Warriors won. Rocket Spades won during the week. Ching came out and won after that. So I think here from a wide draw, I'm not too concerned about the wide draw because he has won from 14 last time out. So Voyage Samurai to beat 7. That is Fortunate Son. He was a 1,500 metre New Zealand winner prior to arriving here. Chased home the talented Sunlight Power last time out, who's due to line up here on the Tuesday. Zach Purton and Dougie White combining. I think he's a must. Not too worried about Volcanic Spark here out of barrier number 12. 1 from 11 last time out. Won really strongly at the back end of last season over Forever Folks. So Forever Glorious has come out of that race and since won. Trialled up nicely here at Sharton over the mile a couple of Tuesday mornings ago. And then 12 goes in, Super Love Dragon, whose Paul is going to make a case for a bigger price here again as well. He's 21 to 1. And Alexi Bedell with Chris. So like the way he finished off also behind Sunlight Power last time out. But I thought there were a few more chances outside of those numbers, Paul. 6, 7, 13 and 12.
Yeah, good races. Look, I didn't have much between the top 3 in this race. I thought Super Love Dragon would be a slightly bigger price than the other 2, and that's how it's turned out. But he's a lot bigger price than the other 2. He's come up at 22 and 5.6. So got him in front of Voyage Samurai and Fortunate Son, who are fighting out favouritism. Voyage Samurai at 3.2, Fortunate Son at 3.7. There wasn't much between Fortunate Son and Super Love Dragon last time. Both stepping here to the 16, I think, looks ideal for the both. But Voyage Samurai looks so good last season, and he did win fresh. So when he did win on debut. But they're the three. I see it, 12, 6, 7, and through Chingan for fourth. Another one that did win really well at the back end of last season, has had that run under his belt, and he steps up to 1,600, and that's his best distance. 12, 6, 7, and 2, Mark.
He's certainly in Ching, Paul, but Going Voyage Samurai also lightly raced. 5 starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds. Never gone a bad race. The time he has been beaten, he ran second behind Patch of Theta, runs Tuesday. Second behind Karma, who had a great campaign last time. So 6 Voyage Samurai on top. To beat number 2, Ching, 1,600 metres, 5-time winner. Lyle Hewitson gets on very well with him. He's a big horse, 134 pounds, so in theory, should be able to cope with the weight. He carried 132 to win 2 starts ago. 7 Fortunate Son and number 8 Star Mac with the tongue tie going on. Has placed 3 from 5 course and distance, and will appreciate the step up in trip 2. So 6, 2, 7 and 8 in race number 9. You're with the 6-2, Jenny.
Yeah, I am. I've got 3 of those numbers, and I've got the 6 on top. There he is on screen behind the gates there. Really nice horse, Voyage Samurai. I would imagine he's going to run another good race here, but he will need luck from the gate. The 11 goes in, Pray for Mer. I think he might be a little bit of value, this horse. I like the way he paraded. He's a very smooth walker. He's sensible. He looks in good health. He looks really fit. So I'm just taking a little chance with him there. The 7 Fortunate Son also looks well. This is his third race start and second up this campaign. Zach to ride from gate number 3. He should be strong at the end of this race. And I thought number 8, Star Mac, paraded well. This is second up for him as well. So a little bit of residual fitness there. He certainly has tightened up a bit and looks good. 6, 11, 7 and 8. Now my roughie for the day, or the long shot, is number 4, Frantank. I just thought with Brittany Wong on board, he might be able to just go forward, and if he gets an easy enough time, he might be there at the end. But he's a nice horse too. There's a lot of nice horses in this race, so he's only just missed out of the top 4, but that was my long shot for the afternoon.
Was it hard to leave out Ching?
Hard to leave him out too. Yeah, look, there's a stack of them there I could have easily put in. So, nice race coming up.
Looks like the Mark 6 Lotto draw on the top of your notes there.
I had to choose 4 out of them, so that's how I've gone 6, 11, 7 and 8.
Circles and numbers everywhere. Paul, what's the play for race 9?
So we've got Jenny's long shot there, which is Frantank, with the 6, the favourite Voyage Samurai. I threw Super Love Dragon, and I think he's overs at 23 and 5.9. Money coming for Volcanic Spark through the exotics and on a win line now. He's into 14, the last start winner. With the lightweight. So plenty of support about Volcanic Spark here over 1,600. But look, 3 about Voyage Samurai, 3.7 Voyage Fortunate Son. They're the 2 that are really being well backed. The only other one in single figures is the Drifting Ching, because he came in on the all-ups, and he's going out. So punters are narrowing it down to the 6 and the 7 at this stage, with a bit of money with the outsider there. When I say outsider, 14 to 1 chance or 13 to 1 chance, Volcanic Spark, and he's the one that's being backed for exotic. So I expect him to come in a little bit further. He's into 12 to 1 now.
He's a horse, Jenny, that doesn't win out of turn, Volcanic Spark, and always looks like further will be better. He comes into Class 3 for the first time here with winning form, though.
Yeah, well, Class 3 has to be a bit of a question mark, doesn't it? But at least that's offset with the light weight that he's got. Gate 12, going to be tough amongst a few of these, I would imagine, so he'll need luck.
Sweet Encounter, Paul, drawn to get a good run, but as Jenny said, he was just so disappointing first up.
I looked at him twice, and then I went and had a look at his run again, and I agree. It was a disappointing run, wasn't it? So, like, he's a 5-time winner from his 20-odd start, so he's definitely capable horse on his day, and did win fresh up. But I think he's found quite a tough race, and he's going to have to improve a lot on that first run.
Money coming now, Jenny, for Pray for Mer, who's made your top 4 from the paddock. His best run was second up too.
Yes. Yeah, look, he's yet to really prove himself, isn't he? He's only had the 4 starts, but it was a very nice parade from him. He's by Justify. So we know a lot of them are going very well around the world.
And the cheek pieces go on for the first time. Nelly worked with a firm earlier who won a cheeky race for a long way. There's your Super Love Dragon. Paul, he's now out to 25 and 6.
Yeah, there's no money for him. It's a bit of a concern, but I thought it was a good run last time. So on face value, he looks a bit overs for me, but it's a good race. It's a 10 to 1 Volcanic Spark now, so there's plenty of support about him. Pray for Mur there at 22's. Voyage Samurai still steady at three at this stage.
Fortunate Son, Jenny, who comes out of the same race as a Super Love Dragon. He's had that run under his belt too. Steps up to 1,600 for the first time.
Yeah, I think that's suitable for him. So from gate, he drew gate 12. He's drawn gate 3 here today. He gets a really good opportunity here. And he's a nice horse too. He looked really well.
Fortune Superstar on screen at the moment, Paul. 14-4, only had the one start and then not seen since then. That was the 1st of July, so no further suitable races for him. Comes here with 2 trials next to his name that weren't bad at all.
No, they weren't, were they? And he trialled quite well, and it wasn't a bad run from him last time as well. It's looking more money for Volcanic Spark, 9-1 now, and the 11 and 13 Quinella Pray for Mur and Volcanic Spark's been hit quite hard. It's halved into 71, and just about every horse has been backed with Volcanic Spark at this stage, so he's the one that's definitely coming in late.
It's a good race upcoming here, Tom, with the favourite, the 6, the support, the 11 and the 13.
Thank you, Mark, as they move in for the 9th. It's a good quality contest. This one, field of the 13, one of the bigger fields of the afternoon. Ching about to go up, second to none moving forward to his wide stall. Super Love Dragon, Fortune Superstar, Fortunate Son, and M Unicorn, the pickup ride for Harry Bentley, will be about one of the last ones. Voyage Samurai, 2-1, 20-1 Pray for Mare, second to none, 17-1. Volcanic Spark's gone brown now. He's 7.7, so there's been a whole stack load of money come for Volcanic Spark. He's drawn out wide. We're set at the 1,600. Line looks good. Starter pushes the button. M Unicorn, Star Mac, they both missed it. No early pace from Super Love Dragon. Voyage Samurai, Pray for Mur is going to add a bit of acid in the early stages and go up and challenge for the lead. They've broken a length and a half, if not two, clear on Fran Tank, who's third, and Fortunate Son 3 lengths away, fourth. A further 2.5 to Sweet Encounter, followed by second to none Winning Dragon. Super Love Dragon back on the inside from Ching. 3 parts of a length away, M Unicorn, a length and a half to Volcanic Spark. And then came Star Mac and Fortune Superstar, the last one. Must be 15 to 16 lengths off the lead here. And there's a challenge here from Fran Tank now, and Brittany Wong, who's moved up, taken over now from Voyage Samurai. They've opened up by nearly 4 on Pray for Mur, running third. 24.06 and then 22.88, that second section. So they're getting on with it here. Next to Pray for Mur is Fortunate Son, and then came second and Unsweet Encounter, Super Love Dragon, M Unicorn, Ching between runners, just having a bit of a buffeting there with the Winning Dragon. Star Mac well back. Further back in the field is Volcanic Spark and Fortune Superstar. Fran Tank shaken off on the outside. Voyage Samurai, he's 2 lengths away now. Pray for Mur coming down the middle part of the track. Fortunate Son further out. Super Love Dragon second and Unsweet Encounter. Pray for Mur down the crown of the racetrack. He's made the lead here. Pray for Mur. Voyage Samurai won't go away. Fortunate Son dashing late, but Pray for Mur wins. Second Voyage Samurai, big run considering he was challenged. Fortunate Son's charged into third in the centre, and close up was Super Love Dragon, Fran Tank, Ching. Sweet Encounter, Star Mac ran on. M Unicorn second to none. Volcanic Spark, Winning Dragon, and Fortune Superstar. Pray for Mur. Number 11, Matthew Chadwick and Cody Moe. The Justify 4-year-old at start 5 breaks through. It's a truckload of money for him late as well. He was brown 13-1 and 4.2 for a place. Big run in the end from Voyage Samurai, the favourite. Funny old race through the early stages. He was challenged in those early stages by Pray for Mur, who was there. And then Fran Tank went up and also put some energy into the speed. He sort of looked gone halfway down, but he's rallied again and fought gamely. So a bit of an upgrade on Voyage Samurai. Take nothing away from the winner, though. Fortunate Son's run on nicely, and Super Love Dragon from back in the pack. 134.28. They're actually well inside standard. Looks good. Starter pushes the button. M Unicorn, Star Mac.
Numerous occasions. I think he looks in really good order. I'm going to have him on top of number 13. I will put him in Thriving Brothers. Only a 3-year-old, this horse, but he looks really fit. He's quite a nicely put together type. So he's in. The 5 horse, Leslie, looks fit. I did like his trial. There he is. He's just slightly warm, but not over the top. And I thought number 2, King Miles, the favourite, did have to go in. I think on form, he's definitely there with a chance. He just needed a tiny little loosen up in front. It was only very minor, but noticeable. So good luck if you are having a bet on the last here. I'm going 7, 13, 5 and 2. And I shall see you on Tuesday for National Day.
We will indeed. Thank you, Jenny. 7, 13, 5 and 2. Oriental Smoke, Thriving Brothers, Leslie and King Miles. So one race to go here, Tom, and you think King Miles is going to go kapow and win the last?
Yeah, I think he can here, Mark. He was 3 back the fence last time out, came off heels at the right sort of time at the 400 metres, and in the end won really well over the Winabi. Comes into with us with a good trial under his belt to look ready to go, and that trial was under a good enough hold on the bridle. I think he can take the last to here from barrier number 12. 2 from 2 course and distance. So last season he didn't win first up or second up, but looked really progressive towards the end of his first campaign here in Hong Kong. He was a 3-year-old. Now he's a 4-year-old. He's the 2.8 favourite. I think Thriving Brothers trial was really good coming into this. He's 11-1 at the moment for Douglas White and Alexi Bedell. Made up a fair bit of ground behind Patch of Theta from back in the field last time out. Interesting, they're running him here with a lightweight off that rating of 60. He is eligible for Class 4. Liked his trial up at Chung Fa, hit the line with a real sense of purpose out wider, did the 3-year-old by US Navy flags. So not 4 until January 1. Prestige always put up a decent performance last time out on the final day of the season behind Patch of Theta, and just peaked late on his run there, but looked to move well in a recent trial. And then I thought number 8, Not Usual Star, for Chris Owen Lyle Hewitson could be a chance in a race like this. He went well first up behind Gorgeous Win, and of course he is a course and distance winner. His last win was off 73. He's rated 63 for this assignment. But like the favourite here in the last, Paul, King Miles at 2.8. Hopefully he can tuck in somewhere, just sit off the pace and pounce like the Dark Knight in the straight.
Yeah, correct. And he's on top for me as well, King Miles. So at 2.8, he is the current favourite. But look, he looked really progressive last time. He's won his last couple, so he's the one on top. I'm going to put him dead in there for second. Did like the way he hit the line strongly, and he's drawn really nicely in barrier number 3. So with that up to 1,400 metres from the 12 looks ideal for him. The 6, Super Goldie, he should be able to get a nice run just in behind. And then Prestige Always will just need a bit of luck from 13. 2, 12, 6 and 3 for me, Mark.
Gone the 5 here, Paul, is the value play. Leslie at 13 and 3.2. Trial good, blinkers go back on, and he just bobs up from time to time. And this is the sort of price where he does strike. So he's on top. Number 5, Leslie. To beat number 2, King Miles, obviously a very smart horse in the making, is the 2 at 2.8 and 1.6. Vincent Ho, Francis Loy. He and the 3, Prestige Always. They are going to need some luck at the start because the pair of them are drawn wide, 12 and 13 respectively. And Thriving Brothers at 12 and 3.1. Ran on last start, and his trial was good too behind California Totality when running third, beaten 3/4 of a length, and did his best work late in that race. But the 5 at the each way, Leslie, to beat 2, 3 and 13. Jenny's numbers, the 7, Oriental Smoke at 25 and 5.4 to beat the 13, Thriving Brothers at 12 and 3.1. 5, Leslie at 13 and 3.2, and 2, King Miles at 2.8 and 1.6. Paul, we need one more play for the day.
Right, we've got your long shot on this race, and we've got Tom's best bet. So we've got King Miles, Leslie, and also I'm going to put in Dearden. I think he's a chance. Down the bottom up to 1,400. So the 2, the 5 and the 12. But King Miles, he's rock solid at 2.8 from number 5, which is Leslie there is at 13, and then Dared 9.5 is the play. But King Miles the favourite. Prestige Always second favourite, 4.8. Other single-figured runners. Super Goldie's now coming to 8. And Dared, he's there at 9.5. And then we're out to 13, Leslie, 15, Not Usual Star, 17, Prince of Porty. Thriving Brothers has just come into 12, so plenty of support for him. Not Usual Star at 15. So quite a compact market. The only one that's not in the whole market is the 11, Phantom Cyclone at 64. The next outsider is actually Oriental Smoke at 25-1, but everything else is less than that at this stage.
He's one of 2 Kiwi breeds in the race, Phantom Cyclone. The other is Super Goldie, who's right in the market. They haven't had a bad day. They've won 4 races, the Kiwi breds.
Yeah, they have. And obviously he should be able to get a nice run, Super Goldie, from barrier number 4. But, yeah, it's a good race to finish, as normally is. It's just King Miles. He looked really progressive last season. Can he carry on with it now, fresh up this season? And the trial was pretty good, although it was pretty quiet.
It was behind Turin Mascot, who actually went a really good trial over a distance that was way too short for him. We're yet to see him appear Turin Mascot. We've seen Turin Star Spangled. Super Goldie's the one that's really starting to come, isn't he, Paul? He's in the 7.6.
Yeah, plenty of support for him. He should get a beautiful run as well from his draw barrier 4, so he'll definitely get his opportunity.
Not usual star. You've got him leading on the speed map. He has 1 second up in the past 2. Good draw barrier number 1, and we know what Hewittson's like on a leader.
Yeah, I just thought that he's the sort of horse that, from an inside draw with a real positive rider on, that he could just basically go forward and get into the lead. It's whether one of these ones want to take him on or not.
There was money for Mighty Commander through the all-ups, but he seems to have drifted back out as Super Goldie's now green on a place line.
Yeah, into 2.2, 7.5 a place now for Super Goldie, so he's coming in all the time. King Miles just drifted a little bit, 2.8 out to 2.9. Prestige Always has been rock solid there at the 4.9.
King Miles, his first up run, he ran 4th, and that was behind Phoenix Light. He improved after that to win 3 of his next 4 and a second behind Awesome Treasure, who we saw run earlier this afternoon. With this money coming for Super Goldie, the 2 and the 3 continue to ease in betting.
Yeah, they do. So 3 and 5.1, 7.1 Super Goldie now. So there he is on screen there. All of the late money is coming for Super Goldie. So we'll see how he can go. Andre Azzini aboard, good draw barrier 4. So a lot of positives about the 6.
The bottom one, in fact, the bottom 2 starting to come back in again too. Indeed's back into 8.3 and Thriving Brothers almost touching single figures.
Yeah, so indeed, as you mentioned, 8.3, Thriving Brothers 9-1 now. So there's plenty of late support around these other horses against the favourite, who's now 3. Prestige Always is the big drifter. He's out to 5.2. A Super Goldie now comes into 6.8. Plenty of support late about Super Goldie, the 6.
The 6 is drawn barrier 4. The 12 Indeed drawn 3, and Thriving Brothers drawn barrier number 9. He has the crossover noseband on for the first time. As the light is flashing for this, the last race on this Saturday meeting, we have further racing here on Tuesday and then back to Sha Tin a week tomorrow. Reminder, Paul, tomorrow, Sprinter Stakes Day from Japan. Plenty of races for simulcast. There's American racing in the morning, but cheering on Victor, the winner in Mugen.
Yeah, so we'll look forward to seeing if those two can fly the flag here for Hong Kong over in Japan.
That'll be tomorrow, but there's still 1 to go today, Tom. The favourite, the 2. The money comes for the 6.
It is marked 6.7 now for Super Goldie. Andre Azzini and Frankie Law combining here. Frankie still yet to get on the score sheet this season. Of course, bottom up together went down to a Ruby Lot in race number 7. One of a couple of real shorties to be tipped over today. The other one was Charmander in race number 2. King Miles about to come up as we get set for the final time today. 3 and 1.5 for the favourite to King Miles. 6.6 about to Super Goldie. And we do it all here again on Tuesday at Sha Tin during the day for National Day. As we're just about set to go for the final time. 1,400 metres. King Miles is the favourite. They're racing to a great start from the 1,400 metres. Leslie out the back door early. Thriving Brothers and Silo up onto the pace, and wider is Prestige Always. Prince of Porty and Deer towards the inside with the Not Usual Star. Mighty Commander kicking up. There's a whole herd of them there. Super Goldie. King Miles trapped a little wider. Mighty Commander just copped a check there and raced awkwardly. Followed by Leslie as they sort their order out. Back second to last is Oriental Smoke and Phantom Cyclone at the end of the field. Off the back they run for the final time. 850 metres left to go. Silo leads the way, joined by Prestige Always up on the outside. They eyeball each other at the 675, followed by Indeed and Thriving Brothers. Next on the outside is Mighty Commander. He's stranded 3 deep, no cover. Not Usual Star on the rail, followed around by Prince of Porty. King Miles is 4 wide coming up towards the turn. Super Goldie looking to hop onto his tail. Leslie, Oriental Smoke and Phantom Cyclone. Silo with Prestige Always on the outside. 300 metres left to go. Thriving Brothers indeed. Not Usual Star looking to come off heels. Here comes King Miles. He's ranged up now at the 200. Prince of Porty, Super Goldie looking to stay on. Prestige Always in front. Silo not going anywhere. Thriving Brothers. Leslie poking through. Not Usual Star after Prestige Always. Prestige Always. He's hung on in the last for Burton. It's a double for him, and a double for Pierung. Good luck with Mugen in Japan tomorrow. Prestige Always has either beaten Leslie or Not Usual Star. Silo was there. Not far away, Prince of Porty and Thriving Brothers in a thrilling finish for the last. King Miles just peaked on his run and then came and dared behind them. Further back was Mighty Commander and Phantom Cyclone, and then came Oriental Smoke back there with Super Goldie, and he would have been one of the last on, pulling up. Prestige Always, Zach Purton, Pierung, barrier 13, too strong in the last. Backed into 3.7 and 1.7. Favourite drifted to 3.2, King Miles. Loomed but weakened on his run. And the writing was on the wall with this horse last season, the 3-year-old by Star Spangled Banner, to take the last at only his fourth time of asking here in Hong Kong. 3 the winner. Prestige Always in the last, waiting for numbers for second, third and fourth. 122.03. Again, they were outside standard. Great start from the 1400 metres. Leslie out the back door early. Thriving Brothers and Silo up onto the pace, and wider as Prestige Always. Prince of Porty endeared towards the inside with the Not Usual Star. Mighty Commander kicking up. There's a whole herd of them there. Super Goldie. King Miles trapped a little wider. Mighty Commander just copped a check there and raced awkwardly, followed by Leslie as they sort their order out. Back second to last is Oriental Smoke and Phantom Cyclone at the end of the field. Off the back they run for the final time. 850 metres left to go. Silo leads the way, joined by Prestige Always up on the outside. They will eyeball each other at the 675, followed by Indeed.